There's this weird thing that happens when you start caring about money. You could have more saved than you did last year. You could be paying your bills on time. You could be doing things that past you would be genuinely proud of. And yet, you still feel behind. I've talked to people making six figures who feel broke. I've read posts from 29-year-olds with solid savings who are losing sleep. And I get it. Because everywhere you look, someone seems to be doing better. Nicer car, bigger apartment, more vacations. And social media makes sure you never forget it. But here's what nobody tells you: that feeling of not enough is often the worst possible measure of how you're actually doing. It's not a financial indicator. It's a comparison problem. And comparison will bankrupt your peace of mind long before it builds your wealth. So let's fix the lens. Here are 6 signs you're doing better financially than you think, even if it doesn't feel like it. Let's start with the one that actually matters most. If your car needed an $800 repair tomorrow, not a hypothetical, a real your alternator just died moment, what would you do? If your answer is I'd pay it and be annoyed, but I'd be fine, you are ahead of most people. Roughly 37% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense without borrowing or selling something. Let that sink in. $400. That's a brake job. That's a dental procedure you weren't expecting. And more than 1 in 3 people would need to go into debt for it. So if you can handle a surprise without it becoming a crisis, you're not behind. You're stable. And stability is the foundation everything else is built on. And here's the part nobody says out loud: the size of your emergency fund doesn't have to be perfect. The personal finance internet will tell you need 6 months of expenses saved. Maybe you don't have that yet. Most people don't. But if you have something, even 1 month of expenses, you've already done the hardest thing, which is starting. This one is invisible, which is why people miss it. You don't need to compare your life to the person with the brand new BMW in the driveway. You don't know how they paid for it. You don't know if they're one missed paycheck away from disaster. What you do know is your own situation. And if you're not going into debt just to look successful, you're doing something right. Here's a litmus test: would your lifestyle survive 3 months without income, without completely collapsing? If the answer is yes, if you could cut back, write it out, and not end up with collectors calling you are financially healthier than a lot of people with nicer stuff than you. The quietest form of wealth is not owing anybody anything. I want to say this carefully, because I know not everyone can save right now. But if you are putting something aside, even a small amount consistently, please hear this. That habit alone puts you in rare company. About 4 in 10 Americans say they couldn't cover an unexpected $1,000 expense. 4 in 10. And that number has been stubborn for years. So if you're saving 5% of your income, you're doing well. 10%? You're ahead of the curve. Even if it's just $50 a month, the habit itself is worth more than the dollar amount right now. Because here's what happens: the habit compounds before the money does. Once saving feels normal, once it's automatic, the amount almost takes care of itself. Your income grows. The percentage stays the same. The dollars get bigger. But you have to build the habit first. And if you've already done that, you're not behind. You're building. This one sounds simple. It's not. Most people have no idea what they spend in a month. Not a rough guess actual numbers. They know their salary. They know their rent. Everything in between is fog. If you can open an app or a spreadsheet and see what came in and what went out last month, you are already in the top tier of financial awareness. Not because the numbers have to be perfect. They don't. But because you can't improve what you don't measure. The person who knows they spent $340 on takeout last month and thinks, okay, maybe I'll do $200 next month, that person is managing their money. Even if the numbers aren't ideal, even if there's work to do, awareness is the first thing. And most people never get there. So if you're tracking even casually, that's a sign. This is the one that no spreadsheet can measure. There's a version of financial health that has nothing to do with your net worth and everything to do with your boundaries. Are you spending money to impress people whose opinion you don't actually care about? Are you going on trips you can't afford because everyone else is going? Are you living in an apartment that stretches your budget because it'll look good in photos? If the answer is no, if your spending reflects your priorities, not someone else's expectations, you are already financially mature in a way that takes some people decades to figure out. The goal isn't to look wealthy. The goal is to be free. And freedom starts with not performing for an audience that isn't even paying attention. I mean it. The fact that you clicked on a video about whether you're doing well financially, that you're seeking out information, trying to get better, checking your blind spots, that alone separates you from most people. Most people don't think about this stuff at all. They drift. They react. They get to 45 and realize they never made a single intentional decision about money. You're here. You're asking the question. That means you care about getting this right. And here's what I've learned from talking to hundreds of people about money. The ones who are most anxious about their finances are often the ones who are doing the best, because they care enough to worry. The people who should be worried, they're not thinking about it at all. So the anxiety you feel, that nagging "am I doing enough?" that's not a sign you're failing. It's a sign you're engaged. Just don't let it convince you you're losing when the evidence says otherwise. Here's what I want you to take from this. Stop measuring yourself against other people's highlight reels. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's curated feed. That game is rigged and you will never win it. The real benchmark is trajectory. Are you better off than you were last year? Are you moving in the right direction even slowly? Are you making decisions today that future you will thank you for? If yes, you're doing well. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Especially if it doesn't feel like it. Because the people who feel the most behind are often the ones moving forward the fastest. They just can't see it yet. So take a breath. Look at your own numbers, not someone else's photos. And give yourself some credit. You're probably doing better than you think. If this video gave you a little peace of mind, hit subscribe. That's what Money Made Simple is here for. And tell me in the comments which sign hit home for you. See you in the next one.